Welcome back to Marine Realty and Property Management Group. Today we're going to talk about tenant requirements. First than everything, our application process is extremely simple. Everybody is able to do an application online. They can either download an app or do it in a web browser. Once they complete the application online, they're also able to upload every single document in the portal. So my staff will receive that application right away and start the process. Every single person over the age of 18 must complete a lease application. What are we going to be looking at this application? We're going to be looking at criminal background check. We want to make sure that there's a good citizen who's going to be occupying this property. Number two, we're going to be looking at previous rental history. We'll be contacting those former landlords. Number three, we're going to be looking at employment history and verification of income. We're also going to require that every single applicant provide a valid government ID. And then we're gonna do the pet screening case by case. Now then, you must have acceptable credit. We're gonna be looking at the credit report. The credit report must show no more than 2 payments late within the last 6 months. Number two, we're gonna looking at the previous rental history. We wanna make sure that they had no late payments and no issues with the condition of the property when they return the property to the previous landlord. Number three, we are going to be looking at the gross monthly income. It has to be at least 3 times greater or equal to the monthly rent. And number four, we want no evictions, no judgments, no broken leases. Once all screening is complete, we share the results with the landlord and we make a decision whether to move forward with a lease agreement or not. Our tenant processing is easy, quick, and we get things done. Once we get this tenant in through a locked, signed lease agreement, we will collect a full month of security deposit and the first month of rent. These funds must be given to us in certified funds in order to deliver a key to that tenant. Keep in mind, the security deposit cannot be used as the last month of rent, and the tenant will have 5 days after their moving to complete an inventory and condition report form, send it back to the office so we can be on the same page and moving on the property. Some key tenant guidelines to follow are: maximum 2 persons for bedroom. No flammables are allowed in the garage area or stored inside the house. No water beds or trampolines. 2 vehicles allowed that will be listed in the lease agreement, and any additional vehicles must be notified to our office. Additional tenant guidelines are: pet occupancy. We do have a third-party company that help us out to provide accurate pet screening and case by case. 2, renter's insurance. Tenant is responsible to maintain a renter's insurance policy at all times. And we also have a third-party company that help us out to validate that renter's insurance policy. The tenant is also responsible for replacing the AC filter every single month. And we do have systems in place to remind the tenant of do so. In addition to that, if the property is in a HOA, the tenant is also responsible to comply with the HOA rules. If you're looking for a property management company, call us, text us, send us an email, put a comment below. Stay tuned for our last episode of our property management presentation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications.